Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a good week. Today we are going to look at and do another stock breakdown video. This is a stock that I am currently invested in. I only have a couple shares of it, but as you guys see from the title of this video right here, it is the Delta stock. And I believe I've made a video on this a couple months ago, but I wanted to do an update video on it just because of the fact that I am now invested in this stock. Let's see if I can't pause this. Oops. Did not want to do that. Okay, now it looks like it's paused. Now it looks like it's playing something else. Okay, Capital One, we don't need to listen to you. Okay, let's get right into it. But before we do that, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. As I said, we are on the climb to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you guys could do that, that would really make my day and make my year, if I'm being honest with you. So let's go ahead and get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you haven't subscribed or you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video so we can share it with some other people. And if you feel free to share it, if you feel like you're obligated to share it, go ahead and do that as well. And we can get right into it and keep growing the finance family we have on this channel. So let's just get right into it. So essentially what Delta Airlines is, it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest airline company in the world. Maybe just the United States, but definitely a very large company. And some of the things I noticed immediately as I look at this stock, and I believe I bought in probably, I want to say right around $40 or $52 on this stock. So I didn't buy in too long ago. And if we look even at the 6 month, I think I bought in right around here. And as you guys see, it's been up. It was up in the $60 range. And that's what you see at the 1 year target. It's at $65. And as you guys see, the rating is at near a fair value, almost exactly in the middle. A lot of people are saying hold. Other people are saying down on the long or short term, down on the mid term, and up on the long term. I do see that potentially happening. I think the airline industry is kind of going through a change right now, and I think that is potentially true and probably is pretty true. But one of the things that really appeals to me is this low PE ratio for a stock like this that pays a good dividend. Let's see if we can't find their dividend. Where is it? Where is it? So about 3% dividend yield on a stock like this. That's about $50. Could rise up to about 65 within a year. It has an 8 PE ratio. That is a very attractive PE ratio for a stock like this. And this is one of the stocks that what's his name, Warren Buffett holds. That takes up a large part of his portfolio. I think it's something like 10%, maybe not quite that much, but I know it's quite. It's one of his more favorite investments that he makes. So let's get right into it. Let's look at the financials if we can. Here's the income statement. So we look over here at the net income. We got about $5 billion or $4.5 billion in net income. As you guys see, it has increased. It's at its all-time high from these last 5 years. On net income, which is good to see, about $5 billion. Let's go to the balance sheet if we can. Total current assets of about $6 billion. Those has actually dropped. And then if you look at total assets here, actually they have increased. When you look at the grand scheme of things, about $60 billion dollars in total assets. Then we're going to look at total liabilities. About $46 billion, which that has kind of risen as well year over year, which when you see a 60 billion to 48, but was it 46 billion, 46.5 billion dollars? Obviously that's a positive thing because you got 15 billion advantage in the total assets, so that's a good thing to see as well. Then we're going to go over to the cash flow on the Delta Airlines stock. So we got free cash flow of about $3.5 billion, and you can see that at one point it was $5 billion, then it was $3.8 billion, and then it dropped quite a bit, and then rose up again, and now it's up to near an all-time high, near a 4-year high, as you guys see, and hopefully an all-time high. Let's look over here at the analysis real quick and get this, see what some analysts think of this stock. So currently, and this is why I thought it was interesting, the fact that it is closer to a hold, and on the front page it did say it was a hold, is no one's saying to sell, no one's saying it's going to underperform. Only a few people are saying it's a hold, and that's from August, September, and October. Now it's November, towards the end of November. No one's saying it's a hold, no one's saying it's an underperform, no one's saying it's a sell. You got 7 people saying it's a strong buy, 11 people saying it's a buy, no hold, So I don't know. I think this is a very interesting stock and one of the better airline stocks. I know another airline stock you guys could look into is American Airlines, also a pretty solid one to potentially consider. But I think the best of the best is going to be Delta Airlines stocks, or a Delta Airlines stock, simply because of their resume, simply because of the quality they offer, the quality of their flights, whatever it may be, simply because of the fact that Warren Buffett invests in it. So it must be a pretty good investment. I mean, I'm not going to base all my decisions off of that, but I mean, that's surely a good way to reassure that you're doing something positive, because if he thinks it's a good investment, then it probably is. And also here, analyst price targets, some people have it going as high as $90. That's very interesting to me. I don't know if it will necessarily go that high. I don't think the airline industry is a booming industry currently, but I could definitely see it falling around that $65 range. And I think the reason why it's at a buy and strong buy is all these people are saying that it's close to the low. It's close to the low in terms of the price targets. Now, there's only 20 of these, but still, it's close to that low. And there's a lot of interesting stuff going here. A lot of interesting stuff when you look at the let's go to the summary. Back to the summary to wrap this up. When you look at all the things that culminates, the free cash flow, the total assets compared to the total liabilities, the PE ratio, which is a very interesting thing, which is why I think a lot of those analysts are saying that, hey, this is on the low end of the spectrum. So you may want to consider buying this because it's going to be going up, and then you got the fourth thing being a good dividend. All these things culminate to what makes a great stock. And I think Delta is really a stock that you can't go wrong with. I don't know if you guys have ever flown Delta, but it is a good experience overall. I believe their planes are a little bit older. As you guys see here, Delta CEO will consider flying the revamped Boeing 737 MAX because of the fact that I think they're going to potentially expand and renovate, if you will, or just get new planes in general, because I think their fleet of planes is a little bit older in terms of some other companies, but they've done a good job of expanding and providing good services and doing all sorts of things in other departments rather than just having a luxury plane or whatever it would be. But I think, like I said, I think Delta's a great stock, got a great dividend, and if for nothing else, I don't think it's going to drop towards 30 or 45 even. I don't think it's going to drop below 50. So if for nothing else, if it's not going to be a growth stock, if it's not going to be anything else, then just for that solid dividend of what was it, around 3%? Right around 3%, as you guys see here. If I can highlight that real quick, 2.91%. So if nothing else, it's a great dividend stock. And a lot of these analysts are saying there's a good future on it. So in the comment section below, let me know what you guys think about the Delta stock. Me personally, like I said, I'm invested in it. Don't have a lot of position on it, or many positions on it, but I would potentially consider expanding my position I have currently on it. So let me know what you guys think of the Delta stock, whether you guys own any of the Delta stock, whether you guys have flown Delta at all. Let me know about you guys' experience. And like I said, it's just a great overall stock to invest in. So go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys. Oh, wait, 1 second. I believe I'm releasing this video on Wednesday. I'm currently recording this video on Monday. So hopefully you guys tomorrow on Thursday have a happy Thanksgiving. If you guys are in the United States, hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys on Friday because I believe I'm going to record one more video after this one. And hopefully you guys just have a good overall week. Spend some time with family, eat a lot of food, and just continue growing in the finance world. So until next time, guys, happy investing.